performance that I was just forced to witness. That was horrible. The Seattle Seahawks just displayed themselves as one of the biggest frauds I have ever seen. That team that you just saw lose went 12-4 this year. That's tough. I expected a lot more from Russell Wilson and his Seattle Seahawks. I noticed for the past few weeks they have been very, very shaky, that have not at all looked like a top-tier team that would go to a Super Bowl, but I didn't expect them to lose in such a massive fashion to the Rams in the wild card round. Now, these dudes lost realistically 30-13. There was a 7-point difference made in garbage time by a touchdown scored by the Seattle Seahawks. They really got blown out by the Rams. The Rams are not a bad team. They're actually really good. They have the best defense in the league, and they have a really good offense. But when you take the fact that literally, I can't, John Wolford, their backup quarterback that was starting for Jared Goff, got knocked out at the beginning of the game and escorted to the hospital. Jared Goff came in to replace him 12 days after getting surgery repairing his thumb that also has 3 pins in it. And then Aaron Donald got injured and didn't play almost the entirety of the second half. And they still could not win. A lot of this goes to the fact that the Rams have a really damn good defense. It is almost it's a beauty to watch. The Los Angeles Rams have a fantastic defense. The front seven is ridiculously good. Jalen Ramsey, although he got beat on a couple of plays that Russell Wilson did miss DK Metcalf on, still is a really good corner. He's top 10 in the league. I just don't understand how the Seahawks, after all of that, after all the let Russ cook bullshit, got bodied in the wild card round. That's so tough. That is the definition of tough. But let's go ahead and look at some of the stats here. The main reason why the Seattle Seahawks lost is the fact that they have one of the worst offensive lines I have ever seen in my entire life. I really do not understand how the Seahawks got into the playoffs with an offensive line this bad. I really don't get it. If Russell Wilson didn't get the ball out in 0.2 milliseconds on a normal basis when he's not facing a defense like the Rams, where he needs a little bit more time to survey the field, they would not even have made it close to touching the playoffs. But they did because, like I said, not every team has a front seven like the Rams that will disrupt the pass, and that right side of the Seattle Seahawks offensive line was absolutely helpless. Russell Wilson was sacked 5 times, was knocked down, I believe it was 13 times, and was hurried. I don't even want to know the amount of times he was hurried. Probably like every time he dropped back to pass. It was ridiculous. He was running for his life all day. There was nothing the Seahawks offensive line could do to help themselves or to save Russell Wilson, because the Rams defensive line is just that good, and the Seahawks offensive line is also just that bad. When you get two things that are polar opposites as far as the skill section goes, that's the result that you get. The Los Angeles Rams outplayed them in almost every facet of the game. The Los Angeles Rams had 33 minutes of time of possession, with the Seahawks only having 26. They had 333 yards of total offense, the Rams did, with the Seahawks only having 278. They had 16 first downs, the Rams did. The one thing that really killed the Seahawks, excuse me, they had 9 penalties to the Rams 2. 9 penalties to the Rams 2. A lot of holding by that offensive line because they literally could not contain the Rams' defensive line. That's really what this game boils down to. That's why the Seahawks lost, is that their offensive line sucks actual like ass. It's so garbage. It's literally like so putrid. I could not stomach watching it. Russell Wilson was doing everything he could. But, yeah, it is what it is. So this game is an early playoff contender for the worst quarterback performance in any of the games or any of the matchups that are going to happen in this playoff race, because it was terrible. Russell Wilson was 11 for 27 with 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. 11 for 27. Jared Goff, with his broken thumb, went 9 for 19 for 155 yards and a touchdown. They played terribly through the air. The air game was not there. It was absolutely not. I'm afraid that if Jared Goff had his thumb intact, they would have won by even more. Cam Akers had a fantastic game for the Rams. 28 attempts for 131 yards and a rushing touchdown. Overall, just a fantastic game by these Rams, dude. They look like they're a legit contender. What they have to do is look forward into the future and worry about if Jared Goff will be healthy coming down the line. Because once you play a team that has a good offensive line and can protect their quarterback, you're going to need to be able to respond and put points up. I don't think they can right now. They put up 30 points. One of those was a pick six. They had really good returns to put them in position to put some points up on the board. And like I said, the Seattle Seahawks offense was doing their defense no favors. They were having trouble staying out on the field. They were having trouble putting points up themselves. So that's what happens. I don't think the Rams can score 30 points against teams like the Green Bay Packers or the New Orleans Saints that can protect their quarterback, but that's something we're going to have to see down the road. Jared Goff has to get healthy if these Rams do want to go on a Super Bowl run. But they are in the position to contend. They are 100%. They can contend. They are a good team, and they can make things happen. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think about this game. Did the Rams deserve this win? Are the Seahawks fraudulent as all shit? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's watch this Washington football team versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers game unfold live. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.